So let us start our first chapter. The basic objective of this chapter is to get an overview of what economics is all about. The flow of this chapter is as follows. First topic what I am going to teach you just now is we and economics, the introduction. Only this much right now you listen. We will study about the introduction of economics in today's video. See children, in this video we are going to acknowledge the presence of economics in our day-to-day activities. Can you think about any activity, or can you think students about various activity which we perform in our daily life? In your day-to-day life, can you just imagine the various activities that you perform? Maybe something as random as going to the market. You must be going to the market for shopping, no, to buy the products. What products you buy when you go to the market? Suppose you buy books, you buy stationery, या फिर you buy food items, or sometimes you also buy gadgets, or for that matter anything whatever you buy in the market. You are going to the market to purchase anything. Now students, let me ask you one thing. What goes in your mind while we purchase a product? Whenever you purchase a product, what comes to your mind first thing? ठीक है, while we purchase, let me tell you what you must be thinking. While we purchase a product, well, I'm sure that all of us have a quite similar thinking pattern, and therefore students, I believe that before deciding to buy a product, we all tend to think rationally. Means whatever you want to buy, suppose even though you want to buy a pen like this which is costing rupees 5 rupees or 10 rupees, what will happen? Before you tend to buy anything, you tend to think rationally. What do you think? Am I correct children? Isn't this going to your mind? Well, of course, yes, we all think whether this product is useful for or not. What is the price of this product? You must be thinking, what is the price of this product? Is it worth the price what I am spending? Or maybe I can get a better pen in 10 rupees price. All this type of question comes to our mind, no? Or maybe do I even like this enough? क्या मुझे ये पेन वाकई में पसंद है? So should I spend 10 rupees or not for this? Okay. So and now an n number of such questions comes to our mind, right? Now the seller is also no different from the buyer. See, we are the buyer. When we go to the market to purchase the things, we are the buyer. On the other side, who is having on the other side over us? Seller. The seller is also no different from a buyer, because even we can be a seller, no? So we have to assume that a seller is also no different from the buyer. That means the seller also undergoes a rational thinking process before he sells his product. What he must be thinking? What he will be thinking that whether the consumer is going to like my product, means whatever product the seller is going to sell, he will think कि consumer को क्या मेरा product वाकई में ये पसंद आ सकता है क्या? Okay, this type of questions can come to us in a seller's mind. Okay, at what price should I charge this product? Or maybe at which market should I sell the product? Or how many competitors are selling the similar products which is similar to mine which I am selling? Other such questions come to a seller's mind. So now you can understand students that in both the scenario means when a buyer is going to buy the product and when a seller is selling the product. In both the scenarios, we are actually concerned about what? Human behavior. हम लोग किससे concern रखते हैं? We are only concerned about human behavior of both the parties involved. More specifically, I would mean that how an individual behaves in different situations, having different resources in hand. मतलब अपने अपने different situations में whatever resources we are having in our hand, and that is what economics is all about. Okay, basically children, economics is the study of human behavior that involves making rational choices in the presence of limited resources. Now this in your textbook, open the page and see the definition of economics. Okay, so I hope this much part is very much clear to you. I just wanted to give you an introduction what exactly is economics. Once again I am telling you, I would mean that how an individual behaves in different situations, having different resources in hand, and that is what economics is all about. So basically, our economics subject is the study of human behavior that involves making rational choices that in the presence of limited resources. मतलब limited चीज़ों से we have to make our best choice. We have to make our best choice in the limited resources. So children, this was all about we and economics, the introduction. Our next topic in this chapter is need to study the economics, means why we need to study the economics. Now, just understand one thing. Let us understand the need to study economics. What is the need? See, we as human beings have unlimited wants. You know the meaning of unlimited wants, मतलब हमारी जो wants है unlimited होती है. Wants मतलब इच्छाएं. Whatever our want is, whichever want is satisfied, immediately in our mind another want arises immediately. And we want many things, one after the other. Suppose I want a mobile phone. If my desire is fulfilled for getting a mobile phone, what will happen? My next desire will be to buy a laptop. So this goes on increasing. So in this way, human nature is only in such a way that we are having unlimited wants, and we want many things one after the other. But can we have all of them at the same time? Is it possible that all your wants will be satisfied by your parents at the same time? You as a student, just tell me, no. So can we have all of them at the same time? No. The answer is certainly no. This is because our resources are scarce to satisfy these unlimited wants. Means जो हमारे resources है, they are very scarce. Scarce means what? Very less. We don't have much money to spend on all our wants. So our resources are very scarce to satisfy our unlimited wants. Thus, the problem arises how to allocate the resources and which want should be fulfilled first. Means the problem comes that which want, जो कौन सी चीज़ है, whichever want is very much important, that should be fulfilled first. That should be the priority. कि जो want सबसे ज़्यादा important है, that should be fulfilled at first. This is what we call the problem of allocating of resources to maximize benefits. Followed? This is the problem of allocating of resources to maximize the benefits. See children, economics is all about this particular problem. Economics is all about this particular problem. Look at the word economics. Just see. Look at this word economics. What does this mean? Just see. Yes. I hope this is clear now. See children, now look at this word economics. What does this mean? Eco plus nomics. अगर हम ब्रेकअप करें इस इकोनॉमिक्स वर्ड का तो व्हाट डज इट मीन्स? इको प्लस नॉमिक्स. सी द वर्ड इकोनॉमिक्स इज डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम इकोस. ठीक है, विच मीन्स व्हाट? इसका मतलब क्या होता है? हाउस. द वर्ड इको इज डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम द वर्ड इक्योस विच मीन्स व्हाट? हाउस. ओके, एंड द वर्ड नॉमिक्स, दिस इज द वर्ड व्हाट? नॉमिक्स. इट इज डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम व्हाट? नोमोस. ठीक है, which means what? To manage. Now if you combine both these words, ikios and nomos, and eco plus nomics, which means to manage, combining the two economics means manage the house with limited funds. इन दोनों का combining meaning क्या हो गया? To manage the house with limited funds. Am I clear to everyone? Which means to manage, combining the two economic means managing the house with limited funds available. More formally, I can say that economics is a study of human behavior in the light of unlimited and scarce resources. I hope this much part is very much clear to you. Okay? Now children, see the next topic. My next topic in today's video is positive economics and normative economics. See these topics in your textbook also, huh, children, whichever I am explaining. Yeah. Positive economics and normative economics. Do you know the difference between positive economics and normative economics? Certainly no. Just listen to me. Consider first the positive economics. It deals with economic problems and its solution. Positive economics में क्या होता है? It deals with the economic problems and its solution. That means actually it deals with what is. Actually positive economics deals with what is. ठीक है? What is. It deals with the what is. Also it does not involve any value, judgment, and can be verified with actual data. Okay, can you think of an example of positive economics? I'll tell you. A study of the extent of poverty and unemployment in an economy. I hope you all are very much familiar with the word poverty and unemployment. ठीक है? So a study of extent of poverty and unemployment किसी भी economy में is one of the many example of positive economics. Another example can be seen as study of inflation. Now when I am teaching economics, I hope I should make you clear the meaning of inflation. Inflation means what? Rise in price. Always remember this. Both the years you have to remember this term very clearly. So my another example can be study of inflation. Now let us consider normative economics. ठीक है children? Now let us study about normative economics. It deals with idealistic situations. Idealistic situations means what children? That is it deals with what should be. मतलब ideally it should be मतलब क्या होना चाहिए. In normative economics deals with what should be or what ought to be. Okay, so it deals with what should be or what ought to be or what ought to be. Unlike positive economics, normative economics involves with values. मतलब in positive economics it does not involve with values, but in normative economics it involves with value, judgment, and cannot be verified with actual data. For example, when one is offering suggestions to reduce the poverty, suppose अगर कोई suggestion दे रहा है कि to reduce the poverty and unemployment, it refers to what? Normative economics. मतलब what should be. So it comes under this normative economics. So I hope this much part is clear to you. Now see children, now we have to study the subject matter of economics. That is what all comes under the purview of economics. ठीक है? Now we have already learned economics in my earlier beginning of the video. I told you economics is what? It is the study of how humans and the society makes choices in the presence of scarce resources, right? But do you know children, but do you know one thing common, that studying the behavior of an individual is very much different from studying the behavior of a society as a whole. And so to categorize it, let me repeat. Do you know that studying the behavior of an individual is very different from studying the behavior of a society as a whole? And so to categorize it, Ragnar Frist, he was a renowned economist. He suggested what? He suggested that economics was a division of two branches. What he suggested? That economics was a division of two branches. Which is the first branch? Microeconomics and macroeconomics. Ragnar Frisch, who was a renowned economist, suggested that economics is what? It is a division of economics is a division of two branches. First branch is microeconomics and second is macroeconomics. ठीक है? Now let me tell you in simple terms what is the meaning of micro. Micro means what? Small. And in simple language, what is the meaning of macro? Macro means what? Large. I hope it is very much clear to you now the meaning of micro and the meaning of large. Okay. So we can say that microeconomics deals with the individual behavior of a society. ठीक है? We can say that microeconomics deals with the individual behavior of the society, and macroeconomics deals with what? it deals with the society as a whole. Means macroeconomics deals with the society as a whole. Now let us consider these branches one by one in detail. Okay, now starting with microeconomics. Let me start with the microeconomics. Now see children, let's consider these branches one by one in detail. First, let us start with microeconomics. Microeconomics deals with the study of issues relating to individual aspects of an economy. ठीक है, किसी भी इकोनॉमी के इंडिविजुअल एस्पेक्ट से रिलेट होता है माइक्रो इकोनॉमी. दैट इज इट डील्स विद द इंडिविजुअल यूनिट्स ऑफ एन इकोनॉमी. एग्जाम्पल, decisions of a single consumer as to what should they buy given their income, the taste and preference, the price of goods and services. मतलब किसी भी any individual, okay, what they should be given when their income and taste and preferences, the price of goods and services, etc. Okay, or let's say the decisions of a single producer. You can take the decision of a single consumer or of a single producer also, they can come under microeconomics, as to how much should they produce or what price should they charge for their goods and services, ठीक है, etc. Now all these comes under what? Microeconomics. Moreover, decisions regarding the fixing of prices, whenever you want to fix any particular product's price in a single market, that also comes under what? That also comes under the purview of microeconomics. I hope it's very clear to you what comes under microeconomics. Now, did you all notice that in all these examples, we are primarily concerned with the individual unit? You must be thinking, in all the examples, we are concerned with the individual units only. And so, we can say that microeconomics deals with the individual aspects of the economy. Now, let's come over to macroeconomics. Okay. Now, after studying macro, now let's come over to macroeconomics. It deals with larger issues or the bigger aspects of the society. ठीक है? For example, consider the total demand of goods and services. इसको ध्यान से सुनो. In macroeconomics, what we are going to study? Next year we are going to study in class 12. What we are going to study? It deals with the total demand of goods and services by all the consumers of a country, or say the total supply of goods produced by all the firms in an economy. मतलब पूरे कंट्री के जो भी डिमांड एंड सप्लाई है कंज्यूमर्स के, वी आर गोइंग टू डील विद दैट. और यू कैन से दैट होल कंट्रीज और होल नेशंस टोटल सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स produced by all the firms, that we will study in macroeconomics. Now, as you can see, here we are concerned with the operation of society as a whole. In macroeconomics, children, what we are concerned? We are concerned with the operation of society as a whole. ठीक है? So, moreover, macroeconomics also deals with the issues pertaining to inflation, poverty, unemployment, etc. So, it also deals with the issues pertaining to inflation, poverty, unemployment, etc. So, in much we can say that microeconomics deals with the individual behavior of consumer, producer and the market, whereas macroeconomics deals with the aggregate variables of an economy, and the study of these two branches is nothing but the subject matter of economics. Once again I am repeating, the study of these two branches, micro and macro, what it is nothing but our subject matter of economics. I hope this much part is clear to you children. Now see, in my today's video when we started, I explained you about V and economics, the introduction. Need to study economics also I taught you. Positive economics and normative economics. Now one more video, next video we will study about difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. So please see the video and complete the notes. Thank you.